Yeah, this my...
Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. Let's take a look at the numbers for him.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the small forward position. And for Houston, Green is the 2 with Brooks at the 3. Amen Thompson out there with Alperon Şengün. And it's the Great in at the 1 spot. And with both teams fighting for playoff position, this is as intense of a regular season as you'll see, Grant.
Oh, B.A., you can feel what's at stake here in the arena. Both of these teams will treat this like the postseason. The playoffs start now for them.
Here's the Great. Green for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Yeah, and Green has tons of confidence in his three-point shot, and it was on display right there as he knocked it down.
Pass to Brown. Murray from outside. The Rockets pull it in. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Denver. Out left to the wing. Here's the Great. And Houston, another 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now here's Murray. He's closely guarded. From outside the arc. Again, the miss by Murray. Houston has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
And so he hits both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. And obviously, facing Nikola Jokic was the first topic of conversation. Coach told me they don't hand out MVP awards. The Joker is one of the most talented players in league history, and he's 7 feet. It's unreal. In terms of how to stop Jokic, he laughed and said, I don't think anyone has that answer, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And this first quarter has been ridiculous. They can't miss right now.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Nuggets have gone 1 for 3 so far. Here's Jokic. They kick it out to Murray. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic.
Well, Murray's a 3-level scorer, but arguably does his finest work from that level.
Here's the Great. Oh, he packed it down!
That is incredible.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Now here's Gordon. 10 points in his last outing. And the basket by Jokic.
Such great hands from Jokic. Able to finish despite the D.
Here's the Great. Defended by Murray. Thompson outside. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Yeah, their offense is really humming right now. They just can't miss.
And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Eason's checked in for Houston. And now that we have a moment, let's take a look at the steals leaders. Well, you look at Eason. He's been a real pest on defense. 4th in steals right now.
And he's such a plus defensively for his team. Those steal numbers scare opponents and lead to fast break buckets.
Jokic finds Murray. Here's Brown. Here's Watson. The three-pointer off the mark.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Well, Coach, there's an interesting story about Watson's draft experience.
Yeah, the story is, Brian, that the Nuggets were willing to trade to move up to get him. That's how much they thought of him. They weren't able to do that, but they were able to get him with the final pick of the first round anyway.
This goes to show you how important scouting is.
And luck. Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
And it's Jokic with the ball for Denver. They trail by 11. Last game matched up with the Grizzlies. A tough loss there.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle big time.
Yeah, look, it's really hard to win a game being one-dimensional. It can be done, but it doesn't happen very often.
And the first one at the line is good for the Nuggets. Jordan's checked in for Jokic. Michael Porter comes in for Gordon. And it's Westbrook in for Watson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Rockets lead by 9. There's 1:54 left in the first quarter. Here's the great. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Now here's Porter. Thompson pulls it in. Green in the post. Pounded by Westbrook. No one covering. The great's got 18 points in the game.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Now here's Jordan. Pass to Westbrook. Throws it up high. Eason with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. It's tipped. This one for 3. And Houston another 3.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
And timeout is called by Michael Malone. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Whitmore comes in for Thompson. Westbrook. Shots blocked. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's the great. Another 3 from Houston.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
Denver shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
When I think of Westbrook, I think of one of the most intense players ever to play the game. A true competitor doing whatever it takes to will his team to a win.
Here's the great. Pounded by Westbrook. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And so it's the Houston Rockets with plenty of breathing room. 23 points to end the quarter. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. We'll be right back after this word. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Houston. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. They're great. No good. Nuggets trail by 20.
In the first half, you want to stay aggressive, but you also want to be careful. That is his second foul already.
Outside Murray. Soft touch off the glass. Murray's got 5 now.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possessions, and defensively, they need stops.
Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a third or fourth guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number 1 or number 2 guy, but you've got to play a role to be a winner in this league.
And it's resulted in championships.
It sure has.
Yep, that one goes.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
And another miss by Houston.
After scoring with ease in the first quarter, he's really cooled down a bunch here.
Gordon, the pass to Murray. Outside Watson.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Green. The Rockets lead by 14. A moment to hear from Ali LaForce.
Aaron Gordon fits perfectly with this team because of his lunch pail approach. Coach Michael Malone said, I think Aaron Gordon is a prime example of somebody who's truly selfless. He does the dirty work for us, and a lot of times he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Brian, not today.
That's right. Good call, Ali. Thank you. Smith, he's checked in for the Rockets. Whitmore comes in for Green. Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Murray from outside drills it from deep. Murray's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, nice turnaround for him here in the second quarter. Had a cold start, but never lost his confidence.
The great with the bucket.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession. That's an incredible move by Murray. Certain guys just know how to create space for themselves.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. The great's got 38 points.
Ooh, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
Houston leading by 19. He shoots again. Got a hand on it. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Porter. Launches it. The Rockets pull it in.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Here's the great. Another bucket. Wow.
Another outstanding game for him. He has been a consistent offensive force all year.
Only 3 other players in NBA history have more 40-point games in a season than he does. And so it's Michael Malone here calling timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Porter finds Murray. Just 3 on the clock with the drive. No good on the layup. A dominating first half of play. And so far, it hasn't been close. The Rockets on top, running away with this one. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm with Coach Mike Malone. Coach, how concerned are you by the lack of urgency and execution in the first half?
Yeah, very concerning. You know, our starters weren't ready to play. They jumped us, tried to go to our bench, get them.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
Attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up? You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some. Speaking and looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the Nuggets.
The big reason they're getting washed out has been raining threes.
But they didn't know this was coming? They didn't watch the film? Read the scouting report? Come on, man.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
On the court for Denver. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Watson in at the small forward position.
First team foul.
The first one falls.
Number 1, taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Back to Murray. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Murray's got 12 points.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Nuggets foul. Ball. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's the great. 43 points in the game. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And that sends Nikola Jokic to the free throw line. That one on Şengün. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Murray passes to Jokic. They kick it out to Murray. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic.
3 points.
Jokic has got his 4th assist in this one.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
The great with the bucket.
That's a perfect 4 for 4 to open up the second half. Couldn't have asked for a better start after the break.
Pass to Watson. Gordon outside. Brown passes to Murray. Jacks up a 3. Another miss. 6 makes, 6 misses so far. Here's the great. Non-stop scoring machine right here. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Pass to Brown. Watson with it. Gordon outside. Here's the great. Defended by Gordon. The great. No good. Tipped. And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. Well, when it comes to shooting from beyond the arc, these are the league leaders. In the third spot, Dylan Brooks. Amin Thompson, fourth.
And the way both of these guys open up the floor with their long-range shooting, you just can't afford to give them any airspace from deep.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Porter Jr.'s checked in.
Look at Jokic gutting it out against the defense, really earning that and one chance.
Eason's checked in for Houston. Well, Grant, when you think of Jamal Murray and all he's been through, health is of utmost importance for him.
Oh, extremely important, B.A., because when Murray is healthy, he's a lethal player and a huge part of this team's success. His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
The Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Outside Murray. A little mid-range shot is up. Rebounded by the Great. The Great's got his 5th rebound in this one. There's the drive, and again!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense, really taking it to the opposition. He's gone 6 of 6 from the line tonight.
And in their last game, he really distinguished himself at the free throw line.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks. Back to Jokic. Pass to Porter. Outside Murray. Just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by Houston. The Great's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Well, not with the Joker there. That was a tremendous block.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Rockets.
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
Jordan's checked in for the Nuggets. Russell Westbrook comes in for Gordon. Such a wide open look. Brown's got 5 now.
Well, for a guy with a scorer's mentality, Murray is almost surprisingly willing to pass the ball.
Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Pass to Brown. Puts it up from 15. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He has 7.
Well, Murray engineering that bucket with terrific ball movement.
Here's the Great, defended by Murray. The Great with the bucket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And it's Murray with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Westbrook with it. He's been contributing over 15 a game.
Such a dynamic playmaker. Westbrook forcing the issue, getting to the strike.
Well, he hasn't been able to capitalize on his chances at the line, only making 1 free throw. Strother's checked in for Brown. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
The Great, no good.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Here's Porter, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Fires in the triple.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
And so it's Houston, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. They've done a great job containing Westbrook, and with his explosiveness, that is not an easy task. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And time now to present our player of the game.